Digital Marketing Misfits.
All right, anyone follow Ryan Pineda?
Try not to
follow him, but I have watched a lot of his content.
Yeah, his stuff is like take it or leave it. Someone who said I try not to.
That would be me.
That would be you. Yeah, it's
I'm more of a Hormozy like nose strip, nasal strip type than like the fancy hair and like colored hair and stuff like that. It's just me. That's just my. I'm more of a meathead nasal strip type of guy.
Yeah, I like Hormozy's. Yeah, I mean Ryan's more of a pretty boy, but yeah, for sure. But this is interesting. Now, this is for a lot of people who are trying to monetize and are like creator funds on TikTok, stuff like that.
I think that content creators make all their money from sponsorships, brand deals, and ad revenue. And this may be true for some, but it should actually represent a small part of your income if you're an entrepreneur who's creating content. For example, this entire outfit that I'm wearing right now, I got for free. My boys at Cuts send me all of the clothes I want because they know I'm gonna wear it in videos like this. And that's cool getting free clothes, but I can also make pretty good money doing sponsorships and ad revenue as well. When I used to do more sponsorships, I'd get $10,000 for just making an Instagram reel like this. It takes me 5 minutes of my time and they pay me $10,000. On YouTube, I'll make $10,000 to $15,000 a month just from Google AdSense. But this is laughable in comparison to how much social media makes in my businesses. Right now, we do over $1 million a month in my businesses because of social media. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're not building your personal brand and creating content, I'm gonna assume that you know you should be doing it, you just don't know how. So if you want to learn how to do it, DM me the word content. I'll send you a free training of how you can get started today. Most people think
lead magnet,
100%, and that leads to an automation. So
yep.
I listened to a podcast where he went really deep on that, and you can set up certain, like he's got, if you use ManyChat, right? ManyChat is a tool. It's like $15 a month, and you can set up unlimited automations based on keywords. So you know how like we make content that's like, oh, link in the bio, you're talking about something, and then like that content generally will go by the wayside. Like you change your offer or the thing doesn't hurt, you change it, you push something else, like it doesn't lead to where you say it was going to lead. Well, the way he does it, he has people DM him a word, and then based on that word is the lead magnet. So that content is always relevant to that lead magnet.
Right.
So I went through and I started watching his stuff, and he'll say like, DM me content, DM me house, DM me social. It's always like a specific phrase, and that puts them down in automation, sends them a relevant link. And that's the thing I was testing with the AI launch, and it seems to do pretty well.
Nice.
And now that I'm hooked up to high level, it now all goes into the CRM, puts them down in automation. They get emails, and
yep,
it's pretty rad.
Or
actually.
I just answer.
You just no, I'm talking about before they even hit that. But yes,
okay,
yeah, I have my own personal list.
Okay,
but yeah, why automate when you got Scotty?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Depending on what tags, right? They're just going depending on what they actually type into Instagram or TikTok or wherever they're going. It just sends them down a different path, gives them a different lead magnet and down a different sequence. And yeah, that type of automation is amazing because it just makes your life 100 times easier, and people end up where they need to go based off of whatever type of content that they were watching. But he has a ridiculous amount of content redistribution and reach. He has what I feel like any online marketer today should have, which is like an insane amount of reach. Like he creates one piece of content and then it repurposes across all of it. And he gets hundreds, if not millions of views every single day, just across all of his social platforms. He has so much reach that somebody will pay him $10,000 just for one post because they know how big his reach is. But that's the power. Like anybody can build what he built. Because he started from scratch, he started from zero, just like everybody else. But he's put an insane amount of focus into content, just like Grant Cardone, just like these guys. They go and push. Hormozy is just like this. What did they say? He spends like $70,000 a month on just content and repurposing and cutting and clipping and doing all of that stuff. But that's that reach. Hormozy understands it. He understands it. Grant Cardone understands it, that basically social media is leverage. So the bigger your reach is, the more leverage you have.
Yeah. Although I must say though, like I remember Stephen Pope was talking about with his automation. He's like, people like your Grant Cardones, your Alex Hormozys, your like big mega, your Ryan Pinedas. It's like they spend a lot more because they have the budget. They can just hire a person to go do something. But he was saying, he's like, I could do that with 5% of the budget. then do the same thing using automation, using software,
Right.
using programming. And to Reagan's point earlier, like everyone's going to be really lean. Like one person now is worth 3 or 4 people were before.
That's the
Right.
win, right? That's the whole purpose of this, is using it as a tool. And if you're not trying to get better, you're just going to fall behind? Like, do you want to work harder?
Well, I don't think anyone ever actually
Most-
wants to work harder. So, and automation doesn't take a day off. Software doesn't get sick. Software doesn't,
Right.
go on vacation. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Breaks every now and then, but okay.